So this is an overview of the Axon ADC 401. It's an 8-channel flexible analog module. Each channel can be configured to use differential-ended, single-ended, AC-coupled, ICP sensor, RTD, thermocouple, full bridge, half bridge, or potentiometer mode. When you're running in differential-ended, single-ended, full bridge, half bridge, thermocouple or RTD inputs, you use the inputs between 19 to 34, and when you're using AC coupled or ICP, you use the ICP inputs. Each channel then also has its own individual excitation and ground reference. So creating a new task in DAS Studio, click there, we click add the Axon chassis 16U. In slot 0 we need the Axon BCU 401 as your controller, and in slot 4 I'm going to add the Axon ADC 401. On the Axon ADC 401 there's a parameter for top lock temperature and module temperature. These allow you to read the mod temperature on board the module and the temperature in the top lock. Then each channel has 3 filter tap points that can be individually configured. The gain or the range for each channel is defined for all filter tap points by defining the range for filter tap point 0. So just for example, I'm going to set this one to +1 and -1 volt. And going down to the different channel input modes, you define the input mode here. You can choose on a channel by channel basis: differential, single-ended, full bridge, half bridge, thermocouple, RTD 2 or 4, RTD 3-wire, AC coupled or ICP sensor. For potentiometer you would use half bridge mode. For each filter tap point then there is settable as a filter mode of FIR filter, IIR 8 or IIR 16. That's configurable on each filter tap point. And then you can define for each filter parameter a different filter cutoff, anything from FS over 4 to FS over 2.5. These ranges in between, and they are settable for each filter tap point uniquely. Each channel also provides current or voltage excitation on a channel by channel basis. Voltage excitation can be set from 0 to 10.2 volts, and current excitation can be set from 0 to 32 milliamps. Then depending on your input mode, for thermocouple or RTD you need to define the lookup file. That's done in the linearization URL, and then for thermocouple mode you need to define the junction compensation channel. This is your cold junction channel. And then it has the ability for the users to apply their own lookup, their own calibration purposes, and define the compensation channel they're using. The module also has balance options. You could configure the balance target and figure the range, the accuracy of the balance, the max and min balance range, and figure which channels are allowed to be balanced. It also has shunt resistors, which on a channel by channel basis, which if you go back to the datasheet, wire in this 100k classic shunt to ground across the inputs on each channel. So the first thing I'm going to do is configure channel 0 to be with 3 filter tap points to operate in differential ended mode. So I'm going to call this differential ended tap 0, differential ended tap 1, differential ended tap 2. I'm going to go between ±1 volt range. So I'm going to set channel 0 to be differential ended. For tap 0 I'm going to use FIR filtering. For tap 1 I'm going to use IIR 8 tap, and for tap 2 I'm going to use IIR 16 tap. And for tap 0's filter cutoff I'm going to set it at fs over 4. For tap 1, I'm going to set the filter cutoff to be fs over 2, and then for tap 2, I'm going to set the filter cutoff to be 16 fs. I'm going to leave excitation at 0 because it's differential ended. I don't need an excitation. But should your differential ended source be isolated, have a different ground reference to the chassis, I'm going to enable the shunt resistor for channel 0. And for channel 1, I'm going to set it to be single-ended voltage. I'll leave the filter modes alone, fs over 4 alone, and no excitation. So we'll call this single-ended, and let's do it between 5 and -5 volts. For channel 2, I'm going to use full bridge mode. In full bridge mode, I'm going to use voltage excitation, and I'm going to provide 5 volts voltage excitation. The voltage excitation on the ADC 401 is unipolar. So if you go back to the datasheet and give the circuit diagram for full bridge, you will get 5 volts out of excitation reference to the ground of 0 on that channel. So you get 5 volts across your bridge. So we'll call this one full bridge, and we'll set it at a gain of a range of plus or minus 0.1. For channel 3, I'm going to set it to be half bridge. Again, voltage excitation. This time I'm going to use 10 volts excitation. And when you are wiring it up as half bridge, these closely matched high accuracy resistors, 10k in value, are switched in to the path to complete your bridge. That is the same actually for running in potentiometer mode. You will also set half bridge, and those completion resistors are wired in. We're going to call this one half bridge. So with a range of plus or minus 1 volts. And channel 4, I'm going to set up as thermocouple. For thermocouple, I do not need to define the excitation, but I do need to define the lookup file. This is the thermocouple type you're going to use. I'm going to go to add full path on the linearization lookup. Lookup files in the Dash Studio install, go to thermocouple, and we'll choose type K. For type K then, we have to put in the input range for type K, so let's call this one type K thermocouple, and let's use a range of 1370 to minus 270 degrees. And then we have to define the cold junction channel. Should your cold junction channel be very close to the module, you can just use the top block sensor on board the module as your cold junction, or you can use a user-defined RTD on any of the other channels. So we're going to leave it at top block sensor. Again, should your thermocouple be isolated, the ground thermocouple be isolated compared to the chassis, you should enable the shunt resistor on that channel. For channel 5, I'm going to set it up to be RTD 2 or 4 wire. I'm going to use current excitation. I'm going to set it to 2 milliamps, and then define the lookup file I'm going to use. Again, we go to the Dash Studio install, lookup files, RTD folder, and I'm going to use the PT100 lookup, and I'm going to define the range for my RTD as 660 degrees to minus 200 degrees. We'll call this one RTD. Then we're going to set up an ICP channel. When configured to an ICP sensor, back to the datasheet, there is a fixed 3.6 milliamps ICP excitation wired in automatically on the channel. The user does not need to define the excitation for ICP, it's provided automatically by the module. So we're going to call channel 6 ICP, and we'll leave the range plus or minus 10 volts. And then on channel 7 I'm going to use AC coupled input. Again, AC coupled and ICP use the same pins. On the top block they use the ICP inputs, but in AC coupled mode on the ICP inputs 3.6 milliamps excitation is switched out, so it's not provided to the module in ICP mode, in AC coupled mode. I'm going to call this AC coupled, and let's do a range of 2 volts to minus 2 volts. So that is how you configure the ADC itself to do differential-ended modes, single-ended, full bridge, half bridge, thermocouple, RTD, ICP and AC coupled all on the same module on a channel by channel basis. You can do different filter modes for each filter tap cutoff point. You can do unique filter cutoffs for each filter tap cutoff point. You can do excitation settable as voltage or current independently on each channel and define the amplitude of the voltage or current. And you can define for thermocouple and RTD the lookup file used and the range you want to measure across. And then for thermocouple, again, you can use the top block sensor on board as your cold junction, or you can use the one of the other channels as an RTD channel. So to actually set up the sampling, you go back to the BCU 401, go to packages, add a package. Let's add a package for an INET-X package, and we'll call this one differential ended channel. That's channel 0. Let's set this to 128 Hertz. I'm going to put in the 3 filter tap points. So if you remember back on the ADC, the way we set this up, tap 0 will use FS over 4, tap 1 will use FS over 2, and tap 2 will use 16 FS. So if I use 16 occurrences of tap 0, it gives me a sample rate of 2048. At FS over 4, that's going to cut off at 512 Hertz. To get the same cutoff point on the other tap, tap 1 was set to FS over 2, so we'll set that to 8 occurrences, gives me a sample rate of 1024 Hertz. It's going to cut off again at 512, and then 16 FS was used on tap 2, so leave that at 1 occurrence. Then we're going to add a second packet for the rest of the channels. Again, we'll set this to be a 512 Hertz packet, and I'm going to add in my AC type K, my thermocouple, my single-ended, my RTD, my ICP channel, my full bridge, half bridge, and my AC coupled channel, all into the same packets. So I'm going to save the file. Axon ADC demo, and verify. And it's completed successfully. So that's an example of how you configure the Axon ADC to operate in 8 different modes, with different filter modes, different filter cutoffs, different excitations, handling thermocouple, RTD, all in the one module on board. Thank you.